We will begin our unit on life science. Student learning goals are identify and explain the characteristics of living things, classify objects as living, once living, or non-living. In order to be classified as living, the organism must meet all characteristics of living things. We are going to focus on 8 characteristics. 1. Made of cells. Cells are the building blocks of all living things. There are single-celled organisms such as bacteria and multicellular organisms such as humans. 2. Feeding. All living organisms need to take substances from their environment to obtain energy, to grow, and stay healthy. 3. Growth and development. When living things feed, they gain energy. Some of this energy is used in growth. Living things become larger and more complicated. 4. Movement. All living things move, internally or externally. Some living organisms show external movement by walking, flying, or swimming. 5. Sensitivity. Living things react to changes around them. We react to touch, light, heat, cold, and sound, as do other living things. 6. Reproduction. Humans make babies, cats produce kittens, and ducks lay eggs. Plants make seeds which can germinate and grow into new plants. 7. Respiration. All living things exchange gases with their environment. Humans take in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide, while plants take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen. 8. Excretion. All living things remove waste from their bodies. Can you name any 2 living things and explain what they have in common? Let's review the characteristics of living things. 1. Made up of cells. 2. Feed to receive nutrients and obtain energy. 3. Grow and develop. 4. Move. 5. Sensitivity. Respond and adapt to their environment. 6. Reproduce. 7. Respiration or breathe. 8. Excrete waste. Now that we know what it means to be living, what does it mean to be non-living? We will break it into 2 parts. Once living means it is non-living, but was once part of a living thing. Non-living means it was never part of a living thing, it is not made of cells, or it could be man-made. Let's take a look at some examples of once living items. Leaves that have fallen off of the tree are now considered to be once living. Paper that was made from those trees is now considered once living. The leather that was used to make this purse is now once living. Can you come up with 3 items that were once living? Now let's take a look at examples of non-living items. Non-living and never part of a living thing. Water. Rock. Man-made flowers. Can you come up with 3 things that are non-living? Let's review what you learned today. On your handout, classify each item as living, once living, or non-living. We will review the answers at the end. Remember, in order to be considered living, the item must meet all of the characteristics discussed in this video. We will begin our unit on life science. Student learning goals are identify and explain the characteristics of living things, classify objects as living, once living, or non-living. In order to be classified as living, the organism must meet all characteristics of living things. We are going to focus on 8 characteristics. 1. Made of cells. Cells are the building blocks of all living things. There are single-celled organisms such as bacteria.